When I was younger, I thought my biggest problem was the quality of my gear. I thought I needed better gear to be able to make this killer music that I was always listening to in the radio or on my records. But this was only a really bad excuse for me to not work harder, because if I could never get there, why work that hard then? What I should have done was to realize gear doesn't make great music, not even great productions, but hard work and creativity makes amazing music and amazing productions. And especially today when everything is so cheap, free plugins, and compared with like 20 years ago's equipment, everything is crazy cheap and we can all afford the basics for making good music. We don't need to buy good gear to make good music. Actually, what I found out was that often thinking about buying new gear just takes so much attention away from making music. Because we use it as an excuse instead of a challenge. To challenge us to use what we got. Instead we just dream away and hope that one day we'll be able to buy this really nice microphone. But it doesn't make the music better. Often what I have heard is like, to record drums I need at least 4 good microphones, a really good room, and so instead I just use these MIDI drums. And then I hear the MIDI drums and they sound really boring, trying to pretend to be a real drummer, but it really sounds like that, and it's like, mute them or figure out a way to make them sound really cool. I don't want to record guitar because I need a really good tube amp to be able to record this guitar part, and I only want it like I imagine it to be. And of course I need a really good vintage synthesizer to get this amazing sound that I always wanted. What is it about wanting and thinking that we know what we need to continue making what we're making? Often we're just thinking about recreating others' music, and what's the fun in that? It's of course totally natural for us to think like that, because we can only imagine what we already know. So we of course want to do like everybody else, and they are of course using this high-grade, crazy, expensive gear. At least that's what we think. But no matter what, I think we should use this challenge of not having the things that we maybe dream about. A challenge to become better and use what we really got for the most and create our own style. We learn the most from the challenges that we meet, because we need to react based on how and who we are. So let's face all of our challenges and turn them into music that we really like all the producers that we love have done. Today I will try to record drums with only an SM57, and besides using Ableton I will only use free plugins, which is kind of what I do all the time, so it's really no problem. I hope I can inspire you to look further into your equipment, look further into this free synthesizer or production method you're using, because there is always a new way, and these new ways is how you find your unique creative style. But of course gear is nice and I love it as a hobby, and I really love gear. But let's get started. So let's begin. I will start with making a bass. I have no clue about what I'm making, and I think this is an advantage, because then I'm just free to do. And even if I had an idea to begin with, it's really important for me to just throw it away and just go with what comes to me. So I will modify my bass. I will do a bit like I do just to get started. So this is basically an idea that comes to me while I'm making it. I'm just freestyling. So I will make some kind of piano on top. And then I will use MIDI length, note length on the right instrument. And I'll make a new one. Let's make some bass notes. So now it turns out that I actually like the piano better than the bass. So maybe I will just make a boring bass. Okay, so now they each have a part where they're like the solo thingy. And it's okay that we can hear that it's just a loop. At least on the first. Let's hear the next again. And I like that I have no sense of the time in this part, because we will do this with the drums maybe. Okay, let's try to make some drums. I'm not a good drummer, so I will just try to make something that I can really do. Instead of trying to sound like a drummer, I will just try to sound like me. So do something very basic. So while I was recording the snare drum, I got the idea of freezing the lapse piano and simply making it to audio so I can start to mess with it. I kind of wanted to surround me. It's like I wanted to be like if I was swimming in the piano. So like this, and then we have it. And now I just go and unflatten again, so I can work with it if I should. So I was thinking of maybe starting with reversing. And maybe this in double time. Okay, so it's not like I think this should be there all the time, but it could be like a fun thing to fade in. I need some kind of bass drum, and I need to delete some of my hits. Okay, so let's record some cymbals. And I will just go ahead and make it stereo kind of. So I will take the last part and put in at the beginning, and I will kind of just repeat this. So now I'm basically trying to make a form, and I just figured out that maybe the right should only come on the B part. Okay, so let's try to put on some vocal. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're just freestyling a melody and a lyrics with a really nice sound. So we're building it up. I don't know what you want. I would never give you up. I don't know who I am anymore. Please stay one more day. Please stay just one more day. So now I basically just made a song without using very much equipment. So I think you should try to do it yourself. Like, of course, make songs, but not being limited by the gear you have. And instead of thinking that you have to make songs that sounds like something specific that you need gears to, make up your own sounds and just continue until it sounds like you want it, or until you're satisfied, because I never know what I want. I just work, and then at some point I'm like, cool. And I'm not saying that this session was art or magic or anything else like this, but it was working, and it was working with a limit, which was only using one mic and a really cheap mic. But for me it wasn't really a limit, because we can do everything, and as long as we just keep working and using ourselves, then everything will be great, really great. If you don't got the perfect gear, then it just means that you gotta put an extra effort into producing and recording and making the music. And if you do have the greatest gear, then you still have to put in the greatest effort ever. Because this is the difference between a good and an amazing recording. It's the time and the work put into it. The playfulness and the creativity that let's not just let it be good. Let's make it great. And the only way to do that is simply to playing and trying out all different ideas until you get to the idea of the idea of the idea. Because then you know that you have accomplished something. Often people that have like this high-grade cool gear, they get lazy because every time they turn on a microphone or turn on the space echo, it just sounds good. And then it's like, why should I do this extra effort? But if you want to make great music, you have to. You need to. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It will make me so happy. Enjoy. I don't know what you want. I would never give you up. I don't know who I am anymore. You talk and talk for ages. You don't seem to care. I think there's something in the Darkness matters everywhere I walk. When I see your face, I keep smiling. In this dark, you're all my life. Stay one more day. Please stay just one more day. Please stay one more day. Please stay one more day. Please stay just one more day. Please stay one more day. Never seen so much beauty at once. Never seen the fall go so wrong. Never been afraid like this before. Never seen the moon shining. Never seen the sun shine.